The doommongers say that the days of enjoying wonderful fast cars on wonderful open roads are nearly over. But then you wake up on a wonderful day like today and you find a sublime road like this, and most of all, you get a collection of amazing machinery like this, and you think to yourself, there must be some life in this supercar game yet. Okay, a brief introduction to the little collection of cars we have for you today. The Bugatti Veyron. 987 horsepower, £837,000, need we say any more? The Audi R8. Engine by RS4, body by someone a bit handy with modelling clay. Pretty, isn't it? The Porsche 997 GT3 RS. 1,350 kilograms, 415 horsepower, very orange, and this one's so light it doesn't even have air conditioning. The Lamborghini Gallardo Superleggera, an orgy of carbon fibre bits. Look at that wing mirror. But someone seems to have taken the baffles out of the exhaust because you can hear it about 400 miles away. And the Aston Martin DB9 Sport Pack. British, V12, very pretty. The science of engineering is supposed to be full of concrete facts. You do something to something, and something else is bound to happen. So why is it when you take a 415 horsepower Audi RS4 engine, you bolt it into a lighter, smaller coupe body like the R8, it doesn't feel any quicker? I suppose it's because mid-engine cars just do that. They're so competent that you don't feel the extra performance. The R8 is a very special piece of kit. It has an exceptional ride. The engine feels just as special here. It revs like a complete nutcase, but it has great mechanical refinement and it sounds fantastic. One word of warning for all current 997 owners as well. Don't come looking at the interior of this car because you will die of jealousy. Now in this company you could be forgiven for thinking that the Aston really is the odd one out, but it has its own unique appeal. You see, it's a genuine front-engine rear-wheel drive GT, which means it's not as accurate or as pointy as the other cars here, but it will do this. It's an incredibly controllable car, you see. You can drive it on the throttle. In the wet, it's an absolute hoot. It's very refined, it's very civilised, it's very beautiful. It could be one of the best cars Aston makes. It's mostly forgotten, and we really, really like it. Now, as some of you will have noticed, there are some strong family connections within this group. It was under Dr. Ferdinand Piech's watch at VW that he purchased Bugatti and created the Veyron project. It was also under his watch that Audi became something desirable, and also then Audi bought Lamborghini. But the two cars here within the Volkswagen group that seem to offer the most similarities visually are the R8 and the Gallardo. However, I'm assured that the only commonalities between the two are transmissions and electrical systems. But it does seem a coincidence that they cover such a similar space on the road, and when you sit in them they feel such similar driving positions, as if they've got the same seating position and the same steering column. Even the steering wheel looks very similar. In fact, I think it is the same thing. But other than that, the cars are quite different. This Superleggera Gallardo is a curious mix, actually. The engine sounds fantastic because it's got straight-through exhausts on it. The paddle shift isn't quite so clever, but I find myself questioning the need to have this car over a standard Gallardo. It doesn't seem to feel that much faster. It makes a bit more noise. I think the alloy wheels are questionable as well. I'm not quite sure about all the carbon. In fact, I'd just have a standard Gallardo. A small amount of science now, just to show you how much faster a Veyron is than a normal car. I'm in an Audi R8, a conventionally fast car, 415 horsepower, 1,500 kilograms or so, and we're about to show you how much quicker a Veyron is. Here we go. To my left there is a Veyron with Steve Sutcliffe and Jamie Costerfield. Here we go. were an R8 driver out for a blast and you came away from your motorway toll quickly and saw one of those, you'd feel about 4 years old. Relative to every other RS model Porsche's ever made, the new GT3 RS 997 is an incredibly refined car. The ride comfort's exceptional, it's almost as good as a regular Carrera, but it's still, as you can hear, quite a noisy old girl. And besides, you shouldn't waste your time talking when you could be enjoying driving one of these things. The 911's always been a complicated kind of soul, and this GT3 RS model's no different. You see, on the one hand, it's one of the most focused cars here. It's got cut tyres, a roll cage, bucket seats. However, it's also one of the most usable because it feels so comfortable on the road. It feels like it never stopped working for you. It feels like it would work every single day of the year. This car's got a couple of problems. The first is that it's got no air conditioning, which is a bit of an issue, and I can see no reason for the weight saving at all. I mean, if you're that worried about your lap time around the Nordschleife, learn to drive it fast is what I'd say. But it is a fantastic road and track device. It's just so fast, it's just so competent. The ceramic brakes are a real bonus as well. You can feel the extra ride quality because of the unsprung mass. No, it's a fantastic car, the GT3 RS, a truly fantastic car. There are no winners and losers in this test. They're an exceptional bunch of cars that do exceptional things. But the Veyron stands above them all because whereas they all have their small victories in small departments, the Veyron renders all of those slightly irrelevant because it does everything better than every other car. It's faster, it stops better, it goes round corners better. You could accuse it of being a little bit aloof, but so what? It's an engineering achievement. Bugatti set out to create the ultimate supercar, and it has created the ultimate supercar. The Veyron doesn't really do oversteer and understeer, it just goes, it does, it goes round corners, it goes down straights, it stops. It does it in comfort, it does it with, I think, considerable style. It is, I think, the most incredible motor car ever made.